Covering the economy now this morning, Rhode Island's latest job numbers are out. The unemployment rate is holding steady this month, and Laura Hart with the Department of Labor and Training joins us with more in-depth coverage. As always, thanks for joining us again, Laura, every month.
Good to see you.
Appreciate it. All right, so rate holding steady, what is it right now?
We are at 8.9%. It's where we were at last month, and the month before we were very close. We have to do rounding if you know your fractions, so it's really less than 1/10 of a percentage point difference between the past 3 months. So I think it's safe to say we've been pretty level.
Let's talk a little bit about the headlines you made earlier this week about quarterly estimates. Explain to our viewers how that number might be different than what we're talking about today.
All right, there are two things that we do. Every month we talk about survey data.
Right.
And it's based on about 1,700 businesses. So it's data that we can get in real time. If we wait, we can get data that is from a bigger group of folks, about 32,000 businesses.
So significant difference,
it's significant difference, but it's not in real time. So the monthly numbers are still important, but the quarterly numbers, we have first quarter numbers, so that goes back to March of this year, and we were doing 1,700 better in terms of Rhode Island-based jobs than the numbers were originally telling us. So that's good news.
All right, let's talk a little bit about this month in particular.
Right.
Normally we talk about a particular rock star, if you will, that emerges. What was sort of our positive headline coming out as far as growth this month?
Well, the thing that we're most excited about right now is something called professional and business services. It runs the gamut. You can have some almost entry-level and lower-paying jobs. Temporary services is in there, landscaping, janitorial, but it also goes up to what you consider professional services like engineers, architects, lawyers, things like that. And that particular sector has it's beaten where it was at pre-recession. For the past 40 months, if you look at how it compared year over year, how it was doing at the same time the year before, 40 months of growth. We're up 1,700 jobs this month alone, 3,500 jobs over the year. And it's about a 14% growth rate since its low point in late 2009. So a sector we're very excited about.
Speaking of low points, any declines that you're concerned about or that stand out this past month?
Well, the one thing that we were not happy to see this past month was a drop in accommodations and food services. And we really attribute that to the fact that, and Michelle will attest to this, it was pretty wet in June.
It was.
And I think it really affected our tourism industry and our hospitality industry.
Well, I'm sure this month will more than make up for it with all the hot and sunny weather we've been having. We'll wait and see how that works out next month. Laura, thank you so much for joining us.